answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Well, we have a lot of truth to examine, folks. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is Out of the Bunker, Zero Dark 30 as we blast into the public eye, folks, with our everyday actions. Like you, I go out all the time. Maybe you go out more, maybe less, I don't know. But what I see is economic ruination, folks. SHTF on an economic scale. I try to be positive. I try to be optimistic. I try to talk about everything a little bit, and there is so much to cover. Folks, our entire world is under attack. And we've covered that a lot of times. I often describe how everything is under attack. And I constantly hear, well, where's your proof? Everything's just fine. There's electricity on. I can go get gas anytime I want. There's no problem with the food system. No problems at all. Oh, really? So what I wanted to do is offer a little bit of proof, evidence, something we can all see, something you can check, something that is not, shall we say, caustically conspiratorial, right? Or shall we say, well, there's just a great word for things that are upsetting to people, you know. Oh my gosh, that's just it's so terrible. We can't think about this stuff. Oh my gosh. It's crazy, folks. People don't want to be upset by what is going on. So instead of facing realities, they hide from it. Right? Why hide from reality? Right? The consequences are bad. There's a flood coming. Well, no, there isn't. Well, yeah, see all the rising water? No, I don't see that. You see the mud flows? Nope, don't see that. Haven't you heard the reports? No, I don't want to hear anything about it. It's too upsetting. So I figured this morning I would start out this week and say, hey, look, we've got a lot of evidence of economic destruction, a disaster. This right here is a bar of silver. It's a gift to me from one of you, right? One bar of silver. Now, the traded value of this bar, rather the silver itself, is valued at about $21. Let's just call it 20. We'll make it a nice round number for the ease of math. The ease of math. If you were to buy an ounce of silver, a U.S. Silver Eagle, that would be a sovereign minted coin, the U.S. Silver Eagle. That bar or that coin is going to cost you not $20, but $40. Why is that silver only cost $20 one way, but it costs $40 another? Well, because there is a huge demand for it. Because there is a shortage of it. Now, if you want to buy a generic bit of silver instead of the U.S. sovereign coin, right? $20 for the silver, but to buy it is going to cost you $30. Once again, there is a huge markup. There is a huge shortage. So it's not just the Silver Eagle, right? The U.S. minted silver coin that's so expensive. All silver is expensive because there is a shortage of it, because people are buying it. They want to trade their worthless fiat dollars, which are collapsing very quickly in value, purchasing power. It's called inflation. That there's a shortage. Now, I don't know what your opinion is, but my opinion is that the United States government, in collusion, is conspiring, folks. It's conspiring and working together with the Federal Reserve, another quasi-private government institution, working together to control the value, the perceived or perceived value of the U.S. dollar, because they don't want the world to scream we're in an economic depression. They don't even want to admit that there's a recession. And even with all of their controls in place, trying to devalue the price of silver, gold, or anything of value, trying to make people rush to the U.S. dollar, to own it as if it is a form of, well, wealth, and that it protects your wealth, saving dollars. They're losing. Inflation is huge. What, 10, 15, 20% or more, depending on what you're looking into? Now, just to show you the way things have gone, folks, over the last 5 years, silver has gone from, well, anywhere from $15 an ounce all the way up to $30 an ounce. This is the traded value, not the retail value or cost. It's gone from, as low as 15 to as high as 30, but right now it's back down around 20. Why is that? Well, it's because it's being manipulated and controlled. Even though the cost of fuel has gone up over the last 5 years, even though the cost of labor has gone up over the last 5 years, even though less silver is being produced today than it was 5 years ago. And silver, folks, is not just an ornamental metal. It is used in industry. It is considered an industrial metal now, not a monetary metal. Even though silver is precious, and even though silver is rare, it has properties, folks, that make it so valuable that it is the second most useful item that the earth has. Next to oil, it is silver. Interesting, no? But people are not buying US dollars, folks. They want silver. And so the government produces a silver coin for $40, even though it costs 20 for them to buy the silver. So is it the cost of production that's so high? Right. If they'll have you believe anything they can get you to swallow, folks. Hell, they'll even tell you to eat bugs. Swallow them. They're good for you too, right? Yeah, I'll pass. But folks, we have economic destruction. Right? The cost of goods is going up. The cost of food is going up. The cost of everything is going up. The evidence is staring us right in the face. And you can, as I said at the beginning of this broadcast, you can go check very quickly for yourself and look at the cost of what it is to buy silver. Go to SD Bullion, right? You go to thepreparedmind.club. There's a link to SD Bullion. That could get you whatever discounts are available through thepreparedmind.club, your store. Look at the price of what it costs to buy a silver coin, even at SD Bullion, a major discount avenue. The availability on some things, low or not at all. It's hard to find. People are buying it and they're not selling it. Even if you can turn around and sell something you bought for $15 5 years ago, and you can sell it for what? 25, 30, 35, $40 an ounce now. People aren't selling it. They're hanging on to it because it is something of value. We are in tough times, folks. Right? There's a number of ways that we all see it individually. But I wanted to get this one out there, right? Because silver really is money. Silver truly is money. It's been used for money for thousands and thousands of years. It wasn't until about 50 years ago that the United States government took silver out of circulation as money. They demonetized it. Well, there's a reason for that. Because the value of their paper was failing and they need to take away the ability to see that. Well, they've been controlling it with a fake market where they sell paper silver that can't be redeemed by anyone. Well, a very precious few can redeem their paper silver for real silver. And those that can are. Same with the gold, folks. Why? Because once again, it's evidence of economic destruction, monetary collapse, when people value the real thing over their easily traded paper. Well, they know that something that is easily traded, right, can be easily devalued. It's shown to be worth less. It's worthless all the time. It's more evidence that everything is coming down. How much more evidence do you need? I'm sure you have plenty now, that you don't rely on me for that evidence. But what we rely on each other for here now is not the big definitive proofs that shit has hit the fan. We have that. What we rely on is a discussion about what is happening so we can follow it and be prepared for what is coming. Shit has hit the fan. Are you fully prepared? Do you have food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, and a means of self-defense? It's continuing to happen, folks, day after day. It's continuing to show itself. Right? The value of certain things. Things like the value of silver. Right? If you bought 100 ounces of silver over the last 5 years and you haven't done anything with it, it's still worth 500 ounces. Right? You haven't lost an ounce. If you held on to a pile of Federal Reserve notes, they will now buy you far less. The longer you keep it, the less it is worth. If you bought, right, the means of self-defense several years ago, that's an insurance policy that you buy once. You only have to buy it once and it'll protect you the rest of your life. Take care of it. Protect your Second Amendment because it protects you. And it's also, folks, going to be seen, it's going to be shown to prove its value over the coming months and years. You may want to not trust me on this, but look around for yourself. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi. Godspeed.